Hello, my dear students. A very good morning to you all. I'd like to welcome you all in the second week of our blended learning class of English. So let's get started. Dear students, today we are going to start our lesson with the notebook work. Open your notebook. You have to write down the definition of preposition of place. In last week, I did this activity with some of the sections, but those who haven't done this activity, you have to do it now. Now open your notebook and write down the definition of preposition of place. Prepositions of place describe the position of a noun in relation to another noun. They tell you where something happens. Students, if you want to know the position of preposition of place, you have to ask a question with where. Okay? And the examples of a few common preposition of place are between, behind, in front of, and next to. Okay? Now, write down the definition quickly in your notebook. My dear students, I hope you have written down the definition of preposition of place in your English notebook. Now listen carefully. I'm going to explain the uses of between, behind, in front of, and next to. When between is used? When a noun or an object is placed in the middle of two other objects, that time you have to use between. For example, there is a box between two chairs. Behind will be used for an object that is at or towards the back of something or someone. That means when something is at your backside, that time you have to use behind. As an example, you can say, the keys are on the table behind you. In front of will be used for an object that is further forwarded than something or someone. As an example, you can say, the metro station is in front of the mall. And next to means beside. When someone or something is at the side of you or somebody else, that time you have to use next to. For example, the lady standing next to you is my mother. Students, I hope you have understood. Now what you have to do, you have to write down some sentences in your English notebook. Students, you have to look at the pictures given here in this slide. Look at the pictures. In number A boy is standing where? Like there is a chair and a boy. And you have to look at the position of the boy. Where is that boy standing? If the boy is like in the front of the chair, that time you have to use in front of. If that the boy is at the back side of the chair, that means behind. If he is in the middle of the chair, that means between. And if he is beside the chair, you have to use next to. Yes. Students, now I'm telling you how you have to write it. In your English notebook, you can either copy the full sentence or you can only mention the correct answer. Okay? I'm reading the sentence for you. The boy is standing dash of the chair. Okay? The boy is standing dash of the chair. So you can copy the full sentence and definitely you have to complete the sentence using the correct preposition. Okay? So you can either copy the full sentence or you can only write down the correct answer. Okay? Now you have to do this activity in your English notebook. Do it quickly. Dear students, our next activity is from the activity book, page number 26, activity 9. This is our reading readers activity. Here, 4 riddles are given. You have to read it very carefully and then you have to look at the pictures given in your book and find out the answers. Now read and find out the answers and write it down in your book. Students, our next activity is from the activity book, page 30. Activities 19, 20 and 21. In activity 19, you have to look and write. Look at the pictures of different rooms in a house. And you have to find out which furniture is kept in different rooms. Look at the picture, find out the furniture and write down the names. After that, in activity 20, you have to look at 19 and match. Match the questions with the correct answers. In activity 21, you have to write down the furniture names of a bedroom and a living room. Now, look at the pictures, write down the names and do the activities. Students, the next activity is activity 22 from activity book. Here, you have to look and write. Find where Milo is. Look at the pictures given in your book and then write down the correct preposition of place. Dear students, now take your pupils book, page 37, activity 20. Now you are going to learn the phonic sound oo and Listen, look and repeat the sounds.
Pupils Book, page 37. Activity 20. Listen, look and repeat. 1. Ooh. 2.
Students, the next activity is from the Pupils Book, page 37. Activity 21. Listen and find and then repeat the words.
Pupils Book, page 37. Activity 21. Listen and find. Then say.
Ooh, ooh, zoo. Ooh, ooh, moon. Foot. Book.
Dear students, now your next activity is from the Pupils Book, page 37, activity 22. Listen and blend the sounds.
Pupils Book, page 37. Activity 22. Listen and blend the sounds. 1. Ooh, room. 2. K, look. 3. Food, food. 4. Cook. 5. Or cool. 6. Good.
Students, now the activity is activity 23 from Pupils Book, page 37. You have to underline ooh and and then listen and chant.
Pupils Book, page 37. Activity 23. Underline oo and Then listen and chant.
Look in my cookbook. The food is good. The food is cool.
Students, now it's time to practice the phonic sound by reading out the phonic stories. Look at the slide. Here, a story is given for you. You have to try to read out the story and try to find out the words with oo and oo. Look at the slide and try to read out the story. Dear students, now it's time to do your homework. This is homework 1. In homework 1, you have to make sentences with the prepositions that we have learned today. You have to make 2 sentences with in front of, 2 sentences with behind, 2 sentences with between, and 2 sentences with next to. Students, try to make sentences by your own and write it down in your English notebook. Students, homework 2 is again make sentences. We have learned the phonic sound oo and oo. Now you have to make 5 words. First of all, you have to write down 5 words that contain double O in it. And you have to make sentences with that words. So first of all, you have to write down 5 words that has double O in it and then make sentences. You can take help from your pupil's book, your activity book, or the phonic story that I have provided in this slide. Now think and write. Dear students, that's all for today. I'll be back in my next lesson in next week. Thank you all for listening to me and being with me in today's lesson. Take care and goodbye.